Hey guys, Crypto Hustler 101, your guide to cryptocurrency. I want to talk to you guys today about Evolutionland. So, Evolutionland is what we're talking about here as a segment. This is part 4, which we're talking about the differences between version 2 and version 1. So, version 2 was recently released. It does have some improvements that are going to be implemented in the future. It is kind of more of the rough draft of Evolutionland, which version 1 has perfected. So if we go over here to version 1, you go back to, it'll take you to this page, Evolutionland.land. That's v1.evolution.land. I'll have that in the description below. And you can see pretty much the same thing: collection, education, management, career, battle, income, and technical features. It talks about the cross-chain technology, decentralized autonomy with Kton, and having a DAO community. So talking earlier, governance, which is interesting because not a lot of people talked about governance in these aspects, at least as a commonplace. There is governance early on with other projects, but Evolutionland and Darwinia Network is of its time. So you can see frequently asked questions. You can see what Gringotts Bank's Game Share, Ring, and TRX Byzantine and ETH Atlantis side. You can read more about this. This is tells you about deposits and withdrawals about Ring. So what is land? What it's used for? Different continents and whatnot. So you can always look that up here on version 1 Evolutionland or v1.evolution.land. So you can see the roadmap is so much better the way it looks like, and this is how it's supposed to look like if it was implemented onto version 2, which I believe version 2 is more of a kind of a slate that's going to be built and developed on, as in version 1 is a lot more cleaner looking, which I'll show you guys here in a second. Evolutionland registration launch, Evolutionland channel to be online, invitation report startup, and that's where the continent A comes out. And then Evolutionland continent A design development plan, and Evolutionland simplified white paper, A resource of mining, apostles, and market virtual bank virtual bank online. So this is a lot more of what actually happened with development. Byzantine wasn't released first, it was Atlantis released first. So I think the developers need to clean up some of the little things, but that's not too bad compared to building a whole new blockchain within the last year, or 2 years essentially. Well, since July of last year they started working on the Darwinia test network. So very interesting. So here is different continent releases. B, game system, play finalization, that has not even fully been developed. And Darwinia chain test network, which has already been tested, the crab networks, the ice frog. First transaction completed to Darwinia chain. So this is where we're at right now. So there is the wormhole that was released today for the public. There was a Genesis first one that you can send anything after the certain date, which we have been mining for the last year, or not year, last month or so. Excuse me. Otherwise, so that's more of the verb here. So everything else is the same. CO, HHO, you can do. They added the Kton crossline transaction. The Rings had that originally for Byzantine, so similar. Drop the address, drop Kton. That's that wasn't before. Land is. Let's go back here. Come here. Land is a little different. So with land, they don't have the unclaimed. Is not implemented yet, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't fully looked at that, but to my knowledge is that unclaimed is not on the other side, which means is when you purchase the land, it goes into your unclaimed folder. So then you go here and then you claim it. Then you have an on sale, you have a bid if you're bidding on anything, and mining what land you have. So if you go to manage, this is going to be the same, except for you could upload and delete pics. You can go over here and check out the URL. So let's say I want to go back into this land. I'll go here and I want to buy Kton. So say explore, buy Kton, explore. So I'm accessing the Uniswap interface right directly in my land. It's amazing. Some probably good purchases here. Yeah, look at that, 2,500. Some good sales. People have been there, trying to hedge on some of that Katon, getting some arbitrage moves. So, respect. So yeah, there's that, and then if you click here, and they'll jump you to a website, so you can go to purchasing wood. It's beautiful, and it's the way it's developed right here. It's more of that 3D look, which I respect. The other is more of like the cell shade. So oh, this is more cell shade. I would say this is more cell shade. The other is more, can't say. It's more cartoon. This is more 3D. So that would be my observation. So yeah, this is the original version, and I think even the sound effects are different. You go over here and you can do some battling. So it tells you third party. Make sure you don't do it. Is it still? Yeah. So this isn't fully there anymore. This was, I believe, the battling game. Or no, maybe it's not. Maybe. Where is it? The battle. They used to have it here. Oh, there it is. Maybe not. It's been a while. So you're able to battle your apostles, which is pretty cool. I was just testing it before with a friend, so I think I had a pretty good rating on it. But those are a different aspect of the game. You can battle people, whatnot. So yeah, it's great. Otherwise it's pretty much the same. Apostles, being able to purchase them. You can go more. You can see different apostles for prices on sale. But this is, I think, where it doesn't do it is for breeding. Maybe, yeah, I think so. I just didn't look into it on version 2. So yeah, version 2 is, it's more of that cartoon look. They did add barriers in between, like these roads and buildings. So those are different. So placement of your, if you go back to land here, so go Atlantis. So if you click here, actually, what? So yeah, the coordinates are different. So if you go the far corner here, would not be all the way to the far corner here, because this doesn't exist in the map. So it would probably be, let's see, negative 112, 19. Yeah, so it's completely different. Yeah, so there's some differences here. Version 2 is probably going to have a lot more implemented, like the buildings and whatnot, like I was saying before. But it's still being developed, so we don't really know. But yeah, so that's the differences. Not much besides the graphics and some missing things with apostles and buildings, or not buildings, but land, having to put picks on them. So, yep, this is part 4. I'm not sure how many segments. I'm just kind of go down the line of what to release as I go. So, this is Crypto Hustler 101, your guide to cryptocurrency. You guys have a great day. Peace.